Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for mid-October 2023. We're just going to jump right in here. You have this Fates card and this Time for Nap card. I love this Fates card. It is a really good card of like a fated event happening in your life or something like a new beginning that feels fated. And, you know, I kind of feel that here where there's like a new beginning that's connected to your destiny or whatever you want to call it. And it looks pretty good to me here. You do have the Five of Wands, the Fool, and the Lovers here. The Five of Wands can represent conflict and competition, but, personally, I like the Five of Wands. Those people are using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. And so really they are training. They are learning how to fight. And so I'm not saying that you're learning how to fight here, but, to me, it is a card of like education or learning how to do something. If you are going through a competition or something like that, look, this is like you are guaranteed to win. You have the Chariot and the Six of Wands. Literally, the guy on the Six of Wands, he has been to war, and now he is being celebrated because he's coming back from war. You have the war right here down to the Six of Wands. So it looks to me like... a lot of you could be overcoming some sort of challenge, or you could be overcoming a tower moment. I wouldn't worry about the tower. I don't know if you noticed, but it came up in reverse, number one. Number two, it's showing up in the area of the good stuff, and this row is going to be good no matter what. But, it looks to me like you have like won the war or you've won some sort of challenge, or you will be. Again, you have this Time for a Nap card and this Fates card. I would definitely get as much resting, relaxing, recovering time. And I do believe we are in a time where we should be conserving our energy. I keep telling people that like things like leverage and consistency and efficiency have been coming up a lot like over the past 2 months. So I really feel the universe is trying to get people to work smarter, not harder type of deal here. And so I would just make sure you're not only are you doing that, but or at least trying to work towards it. Again, I understand that these things, can't happen overnight, that you might not necessarily be able to make something totally efficient right away. But if you're at least working towards it, then you're creating it. And then, I think this will get you closer to your destiny with the Fates card. But there's some sort of victory in a new beginning as well that is part of your fate. You have the Five of Wands, Fool, Lovers. Again, we talked about this. You always get this card with me, the Five of Wands. Again, I kind of feel the Five of Wands is like what you need to do to find your treasure. I always say that. I call this card Indiana Jones because to me, it's like a card of, going on some sort of crazy adventure in life and getting a treasure at the end. And, that's really what this is right here. It literally shows up. Chariot, Six of Wands, going this direction. So, again, I feel like you're going to be surprised by, the results. The good news is again, I feel like this reading is really saying you're overcoming some major challenges as well. Five of Wands showing up in your first position. The first position is your past. So it's like you're moving past this energy. You have the Fool here. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith towards something. I kind of feel like you already have taken a leap of faith because it's showing up again in your first row. The first row does, I kind of use a loose spread, right? It really on a very loose level. My spread is past, present, future, outcome. But I also do, I'm doing general, unexpected, what's coming towards you, and then, the good stuff at the end. So I know that's a little bit confusing, but I read like a crazy person. That's how I do it. And, again, I kind of feel you've already taken a leap of faith or you've thought about taking a leap of faith on some sort of new beginning. You have the Lovers, could be love related. Again, I do feel that there could be love coming in for you for sure if y'all want it. Probably some sort of very strong connection. And even in your next row, you have the Two of Cups. I kind of feel like someone has to open up here. Get this person in their life is what I'm trying to spit out because it just looks like there's no communication or something like that. Or someone has their boundaries up. You have this hermit crab and this pufferfish. They're both like, animals that have boundaries, right? And so it's like someone needs to open up here. Could be a Gemini, by the way, that you're attracting. Could be any sign, but Gemini definitely stands out with the Lovers. If you're not looking for love, I feel, and even if you are, again, the Lovers is about being at a crossroads. I feel like you've picked a new path here in life. And, again, I feel like this new path is leading to a lot of success for you. So I definitely like to see it. Let's see where this is going for you. We're using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun to clarify. With the Five of Wands, you have this Harmony card. This is a card of like peace and harmony coming in. We kind of already know this going this way. it's kind of like you're getting away from the conflicts and you're stepping into a period of time that's much nicer for you. Sorry, I'm just dropping cards here. Well, I'll take both, but this is a card I pulled right here. With the Fool, you have the status card. There you go. Definitely could be attracting a person who has status. The two of you together could be gaining status. It could be a Taurus as well. This is Taurus, this card. It is Jupiter and Taurus, but I'm pretty sure it was Taurus that had the same card. It might have been Libra. I'm not sure, but this is Taurus. It could be a Libra as well. There you go. You have the Sun in Libra right here. I mean, this Harmony card is the Sun in Libra, so there you go. You also, with the Lovers, with the Fool card, this card also came out, which is this defense card, and so I feel like someone is definitely being defensive here. Again, we see it with the Hermit Crab and the Pufferfish. We'll talk about it in a minute. With the Lovers, you have this concentration card. Again, I do feel like some of you, it's like maybe somebody went through a love situation here. I'm not sure if it's you or them. If you're attracting a person, if you're looking for love, definitely a new person, I would say. And I would also say that either you or them, if you're attracting a new person, I think allowed love to distract them. And it could be you, though, that's having this issue. So, again, you might be a little defensive, or that might be why you are defensive or cautious. But, again, I really feel this could be something that is the opposite. I think that's what you'll notice is that it's not distracting. It's much more supportive, thing coming in here. If you're not looking for love, again, same thing in work or business. Maybe you had a job that's very distracting. Like maybe you can't go home and chill out and relax. And it looks to me, I don't know, I'm not getting the word concentration on this. I'm getting distraction. So that's the word I'm getting. I read intuitively. So there you go. But it looks to me like you could be going to a job where you can leave it at work and you don't have to take it home with you. So, again, that could be a good thing as well. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Pufferfish card. It says, know your limits, and it says boundaries. And you have this Hermit Crab. It says resourcefulness, adaptability. We are definitely in a time of resourcefulness for sure. You have this Pufferfish, which has boundaries. So again, I think that it's perfectly fine for you to get into a new love situation. You have the Two of Cups first. So again, definitely could be love if you want. But again, I would just have some healthy boundaries here. I wouldn't go, crazy overboard boundaries like, to the, I think sometimes we overcorrect, right? If we've been hurt, but I feel like this is saying, just practice justice, right? The perfect thing to do after this eclipse. You put a little energy in. If they give the energy back, then keep going. It's like, as long as you start slow and small and you don't overgive, things will be fine. And it's like when we get into these overgiving situations, that's when we have problems. So I feel like this is saying like healthy boundaries, both cards, but the Hermit Crab also is saying, make sure to, increase your resources. The more I think about it, get every single person like gets a Queen of Pentacles or a card of resourcefulness in every single reading I've been doing for like the past year, right? So I think we're in a time where the universe is encouraging us to develop resources. These resources could be other people. It could be knowledge as well with the Hangman. Hangman is gaining knowledge and wisdom. I've been begging people since 2016 when Saturn was in Capricorn to develop some sort of knowledge base or to gather knowledge about something. I don't care what it is. It really doesn't matter as long as it's something. And probably something that's useful. Like I would say, if you could become an expert on a skill or just something in your life that matters to the world, then you're going to be setting yourself up for success. So, and again, there's I could give you a million examples of how you can use that knowledge, right? You could start a YouTube channel, podcast, blog. You could start a newsletter about whatever it is that you're learning, or you could get a job based off of what you're learning. I keep telling people as well, it's like, could you imagine if you, for years, right? Maybe you have a job, perfectly fine, right? Nothing's wrong with it. But if over the next decade, let's say you gather a bunch of knowledge about some other skill, right? And you put it all into a note-taking app, right? It's like maybe in the future, if you lose your job, you can go to a job and you can say, look, I'm an expert on this. I've been taking notes on this topic, this type of job for 10 years. I have distilled it down to the best freaking information, and I have it all here, but I also have it here in my notes. So, it's like I can always come back to it. I am the best for this job. Could you imagine if you walked into a job and you did that? You would get hired on the spot, promise you, right? So there you go. Also, if you're sharing information on YouTube, same thing. It's like you could, collect all the best information and share it. You become very successful. So, again, the Hangman is about turning knowledge into wisdom. He's gained a lot of knowledge, but now he needs to put it into practice to get the wisdom, right? He has to have the experience to make it happen. So that's like a guaranteed victory right here. We see guaranteed victory from some sort of battle going this direction as well. So I feel there's a lot of success coming in after a difficult period of time. You have the Two of Cups here as well. Two of Cups, of course, could be a perfect match. So, excuse me. If you're looking for love or if you're interested in a person, I would just take your time, and I feel it could be a perfect match. I feel like this person's very different, very different than your usual type. These two people here, they are meant to look different because they have maybe come from two different backgrounds, two different locations, two different, cultural beliefs, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You could be attracting someone who's just different than what you would normally go for, and usually that's what works, right? So I would go for it with the Two of Cups. And let's see. With the Two of Cups, you have this intuition card. Yeah, it might be very intuitive. You might have intuitive feelings that love is coming into your life, or you might be intuitively becoming interested in people. And again, I feel like there could be a very solid connection coming in for you here, something that you're really going to love. With the Chariot, you have this domination card. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, you are coming out on top. whatever you've been dealing with, it doesn't even have to be a battle. If you're just in competition, or if you're experiencing something, or if you're trying to grow your business, it looks to me like you are. This right here says that you are coming out on top, plain and simple. Big victories for you. With the Hangman, you have this manipulation card. A lot of people have had this card, and this is a good card. It's not a bad card of manipulation. It's a card of manipulating energy, right? It's a card of using your powers of manifestation to get what you want. So I feel for a lot of you, this is about kind of just manifesting the things that you desire to have in your life. It is the as above, so below card. There you go. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this dragonfly spirit. It says truth transcends illusion. If you look through a dragonfly's wings, it's like looking through a stained glass window, right? It's kind of iridescent, but you're not exactly seeing what's on the other side of those wings, if you were to look through them. So it's about needing to get to the truth. You have this wombat that says be at home. Yeah, I would be taking, if I were you, Leo, I would be taking a little bit of extra time to meditate, to rest, relax, recover, go for a walk, or whatever you do to recharge your batteries. I would make sure you're just taking a little bit extra time this week to be able, not just this week, that for the rest of this month, to be able to do that, right? You have the Nine of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. I feel like everything you've wished for is coming in for you, or something important that you've been wishing for is coming in for you. It's almost like you feel it. Really what I'm getting here on the Nine of Cups is it's not so much a wish. I think it's more, I feel like it's more of something that you already feel is entering into your life. I don't think you can even explain it, right? You just kind of feel it. And that's what I'm getting here off the Nine of Cups. So love it. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes a dream work. So anything you can do to work together with other people, on your dream or to create some sort of dream is going to lead to a lot more success. Three of Pentacles also encourages focusing on quality. So with the Three of Pentacles, if we focus on, creating something of quality, then it's going to be obviously more successful. But this doesn't have to be a thing in business. This could be you creating a quality experience with another person. It's not so much about the quantity of it. It's about the experience itself. It could be you just going and having some sort of experience that's fulfilling to you. Maybe you go enjoy a hobby or do something that you have always wanted to do. And, doing that is kind of what leads to the result with the Three of Pentacles. And, I would be doing more of those things. I'm telling you right now, I tell people all the time, it's if I'm not taking at least once a week to go enjoy one of my hobbies, things start to suffer in my life, right? I can see it in my numbers, even here on YouTube, right? It's if I'm not taking time to rest, relax, recover, go enjoy my hobbies, go for walks every single day. When I stop doing those things, my numbers start going down, my earnings, my other businesses start going down, things start to happen, right? So, it's one of those things where I think we have to, if we work hard, we have to play hard as well. You have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, card of success, and so I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you here with the Six of Wands, and you're clearly having a big victory over some sort of challenge that you've been experiencing. It's you're coming out on top. With the Nine of Cups, you have this independence card. Yeah, very independent time for you. I feel that also, if you're attracting love, that you're attracting a person who does not interrupt your independence. They're perfect. You're probably attracting someone who is also independent. So I think that those are the best people to be with. When you're independent, they're independent. You don't need each other. You just want to be with each other. It's not you're codependent or anything. So again, I think this is someone who kind of does their own thing. You do your own thing. Perfect. Could be an Aquarius. Again, Gemini and Aquarius stand out to me. You have basically everything here, but Gemini and Aquarius stand out. With the Three of Pentacles, you have this Principle card. We are in a time of principles. We have Neptune and Pisces. I'm obsessed with Neptune and Pisces, number one, because again, to me, it's like a signal of major change. But also it kind of signals changes in things like our money, for example, like our currency. I've been saying since 2016 that I believe by the time we will see a major shift in finance by the time, which we've already seen. I've been saying this since 2016. We will see a major shift by the time we get to like 2025 when Neptune gets ready to leave Pisces. Something, I guarantee you something big will happen regarding finances. And again, we're already seeing it. So there you go. But, it has a lot to do with our own principles. Neptune and Pisces is like just a challenge to traditional belief. You believe things, you've always believed things, and the universe is just like, why do you believe these things? I don't know. There's really no answer. There's no need to answer the question either. The whole point of Neptune and Pisces is just to look at it. Like, why have I always believed the sky is blue? Like, maybe it's green or maybe it's purple. Or it's like, do people even see the same colors, right? It's like, is my green your green? And that whole thing. So all these crazy questions come up with Neptune and Pisces. Why? Who the hell knows? But again, it has to do with our principles, I think, and making sure that we're living a life of truth, right? With the Six of Wands, you have this Order card. I feel like you feel like things are getting back in order, like your life is more ordered or your life is getting back into order. And so, again, this looks good. I feel like you think things are happening like as they're supposed to. It's like everybody has these ideas in their head, like, oh, I'm supposed to be married by 30, or I'm supposed to, have kids by 35, or, you know what I mean? Like, people have those ideas. They're all different for everyone. And I feel like that's what I mean here. It's like something is happening that you think should be happening, right? So there you go. At the end here for the good stuff, you have this Promoter card. It says, a new idea project has great potential for success. I feel like you're already working on towards something new and it's going to be very successful. You have this card that says you're creating a you that you will be proud of. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you, like I already said. You have the Tower, the Queen of Swords, and the Strength card. Again, the Tower came up in reverse. It's showing up in the good stuff anyway. So the Tower in reverse obviously can represent avoiding a Tower moment. Funny thing is, personally, I do not think we should avoid Tower moments unless the reason we are avoiding it is because we have seen the reality of a situation. The towers need to happen. I embrace Tower moments. I encourage Tower moments to happen in my life because, again, these people are living a lie. The whole point of the Tower is that they've built this tower up around them to, protect themselves from seeing the truth, basically, from seeing reality. And they're being brought back down to reality. Showing up in the good stuff, it could just say that you've seen the reality of a situation and you're just kind of dealing with it, right? It could also just be some of you are having a light bulb moment. Again, the positive side of the Tower, it says that you can be having like an aha moment or a light bulb moment that leads to a lot of clarity as well. Right here, Queen of Swords, a lot of clarity. So I feel like you could be seeing things in your life a lot more clear. And this is kind of like motivating you to move forward in life. I also feel like you're just creating, it's like you're seeing the truth. Again, I do feel this eclipse that we just had brought or is bringing a lot of like truth out of situations. You end with you here. So again, I feel like you're just kind of showing up in a very strong position. Whenever you show up as yourself, puts you in a position of power and strength, allows you to get what you want from the reading. So let's see here. With the Tower, you have this practicality card. Everyone has had the Order and the practicality card. It could just be one of those weeks where it's like the obvious answer is the right answer. And so I would be, paying attention to the obvious. I would do the obvious, like just do what works and things will work. With the Queen of Swords, you have this assertion card. If you are becoming clear on a new direction in your life, I would charge towards it aggressively. I do feel, I've said this before, I'll say it again, I do think that at this time, for the next few years, I would be a little bit more aggressive in going for your goals, wishes, dreams. You know what I mean? It's like, I would be putting a little bit extra energy into those things because, I don't know, I just think it'll make things work better. With the Strength card, you have this Bluff card. This is like a card of doing something and other people seeing you do it. And so again, you've been saying to people in your life that you're going to build a business or that you're going to get married or that you're going to have children or, whatever it is. And I feel like people are actually seeing you do something that you said you were going to do. So there you go. Looks pretty good to me. Let's see here. We're pulling 5 main themes. You have this Lily card. It says spiritual love. There you go. Definitely a very spiritual connection. I feel like there's like a fated connection coming in for you. You have that Fates card, Two of Cups. Two of Cups to me is like can be a true soulmate. I kind of read it a bunch of different ways. Sometimes it can be a stepping stone soulmate to me, but in this situation, I feel like it's a new person, mostly because you have the Lovers here. Lovers to me is always a clue of a new person entering into your life. Obviously, if you already have a person, it could be that person too. But really, I would say if you're looking for love, definitely a very strong connection. You have this Weeping Willow card. It says family sorrow. Every single reading I've done for you, it's like you've been dealing with something involving family. So I feel like some of you are just dealing with something with family. You have this Coins card. It says money will be coming to you. Yeah, I really feel you're entering into a very abundant, resourceful time. Again, I would be increasing your resourcefulness. I gave you a great example, building your own knowledge base, right? Just collecting notes. I literally have a note in my Notion. It just says best life advice. It only has about like 40 things on there, but it's like the best life advice I've heard from, random people, right? And it's like, you have no idea how many times that has come in handy. I use it to create videos. I've used the information that I've learned in videos. I've used it to write emails, like just so many different things, right? Just this one little note with like 40 quotes on it. So again, I encourage people to do this because it just allows you not to have to think. I don't have to think. I can just go look at it and I could come up with like 40 articles right now if I had to write articles all of a sudden, right? So again, I think that this money is coming in through some sort of resource that you're creating. That's just one example. You have this Shield card that says you need to defend yourself, Five of Wands. I don't really feel like you need to defend yourself. I feel like you have been defending yourself, and now you're going to have a victory. You have this Tortoise that says slowly but surely getting ahead. Yes, there's definitely success coming in for you. I feel it's been very slow for like eight years, at least, that you've been dealing with this, and now you're finally getting ahead. Looks really good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.